again, people. I just watched this debate. My jaws are sore from laughing every time Trump cracked on this guy. Look, I'm not going to get into who won and all that. Look, Trump's my guy. I don't care. Debates rarely ever change somebody's opinion. If you're watching a debate, you already know who you like. Nobody watches a debate and says, I'm going to decide who I'm going to vote for by watching this debate. It just doesn't happen. So, look, Trump, I think, has done a great job, and most people who know me or have been watching me know that I'm a Trump supporter. Now, do I agree with everything? No. Do I think he kind of interrupted him a lot? Yes. Do I think he could have done better about not interrupting and maybe appear? Yeah, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care because the left will do anything. They'll call you racist. They'll call you bigot. They'll call you homophobe. They will use the press to smear you and make up lies. They will say you're involved with Russia for 4 years. They will do anything and nobody calls them on it. And what does Republicans do? They sit there and they keep their mouths shut and they follow the rules and play by the rules. Trump doesn't do that. If you guys are going to get down and dirty, Trump's going to get down and dirty. That's why I like him. So could he have done better? Yeah, I think he probably could have done better. Do I think he lost somebody? Anybody that comes here and go, I was going to vote for Trump, but after this debate, I'm not. I think you're freaking lying. I don't believe anybody that was going to vote for Trump is now not going to vote for Trump because of this debate. But the one thing during this debate that really gets me is he said it was a lie about him trying to get prosecutors. Biden said he never did the prosecute. He also said his son never made any money. I did a quick search to see where Biden was bragging about getting that prosecutor fired. And it's very clear that Biden's lying, and he used his position and American taxpayer money, billions of dollars of funding, to push a deal to get somebody fired. And it's BS, and no media will call him out on it. So in 2006, Ukraine prosecutor was investigating about Biden's son getting $3 million from a company. And he thought it was BS. And it was BS. And it shouldn't have happened. But it did happen. And when the prosecutor was investigating it, Biden said, fire this prosecutor or you're not getting $1 billion. People, that's extortion in the law. You can't make somebody do something through threats of power or holding things against them. He threatened with taxpayer money, billions of dollars, and said, you ain't getting it unless you fire the guy that's investigating my son because I'm getting paid millions. Now, Biden denies all this, but he does right here in this freaking interview. He admits it. Here we go.
Fighting for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee.
Another $1 billion loan guarantee, not Biden's money, not President Obama's money, even though Obama supposedly backed Biden's play on this. It was taxpayer money. And he didn't want his son investigated for being a crook and getting paid money. And so he used that taxpayer threat. That is the absolute epitome of corruption. This guy's been in public office for 47 years. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy. 47 years. He's never had a job except in politics. Lying, senator, telling people who's to blame. This whole debate, he talked about how great the economy was, how great it was under Obama, and how he could fix everything. Yet he didn't do one thing that he claims he's going to do when he was vice president. Anyway, let's listen to that.
And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't.
I got assurances, so that means there was a backdoor deal that they were going to take action on this prosecutor. And they didn't. So what did he do? He threatened with taxpayer money. And he's bragging about it. It's not even like the left even has to hide because the media won't cover it. They won't get it out there. They won't call him out on it. So he gets to go out and brag about it.
So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, what, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money.
If the prosecutor is not fired because he's investigating my son, you're not getting tax dollars that I'm stealing from the American people, and I'm cutting deals with you so you'll allow my son to make millions and you can't investigate him. And I'm going to use taxpayer money to make sure that I get my way. Out freaking rageous. He should be banned from politics for life. He should be charged with a felony. And he's not, and the left won't call him out.
Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
Oh, see, that's code word. Someone who was solid is somebody that didn't investigate my son and allowed me to continue my corruption. So this was my biggest beef with, I mean, look, I don't like the left. I'm not shy about it. Everybody that knows me knows I can't stand the left. I think they're all a bunch of weasels. They're American hating, hate the country, hate the Constitution, hate the founders, hate everything about this country. They only care about getting power, controlling power, growing power, making more government. I've got no respect for the left. I don't care if you want to unsubscribe and go, I'm the left, Rick, and you can't put us all in one box. I'm telling you, the left is freaking evil and destruction of this country. And you know what? It is what it is. And this is one of the greatest points I think Trump made is he slammed Biden with his 47 years in office, and he never went after Big Pharma. And Trump's evidently trying to get prescription drugs down. And again, I don't know if it will or it isn't, but look, Trump, everything that he's done has been good for the country in my book. He's good for the Constitution. He's appointed conservative judges. He got trying to get rid of Obamacare, which we should have never got shoved down our freaking throat. Not to mention that Biden and the left exempted them from Obamacare. Now they're saying how great it is and how wonderful it is and how it was such a great deal. But they exempted not only themselves, but their family and their staff to where they didn't have to abide by it. But it was a great deal for you pesky tax-paying citizens. So right here, Trump just slams them on this going after Big Pharma, and Biden wouldn't do it.
Chris,
You're
that was the
debating him,
worst
not
part of
me.
Obama.
Look, I don't like this guy. I think he's a closet left-wing. Although, I got to admit, during the debate, I thought he kind of asked both of them a couple tough questions. I still think he was leaning harder on Trump, and he was asking Trump specific questions for the left. Like, are you going to tell us right now if it's true about your $700 you only paid $7? The New York Times released a hit piece on his taxes saying he only paid $750, and the day they released it, Biden suddenly already had an ad that reported that and that was promoting that. On the same day that the New York Times did the post, Biden already had an ad made, produced, and ready to roll out. Now tell me they're not working with the freaking media. So, and what does the left do? This idiot comes here and starts asking him to tell him what he paid and starts asking him a question about taxes. He didn't ask Biden one damn question about his taxes. So for me, this Wallace, he's a weasel and he's working for the left. Although, in this moderator, I got to admit, he did kind of crack on Biden a little bit and made it probably more fair than most.
To let me ask.
It's okay, I'm not surprised. Let me just tell you something, that there's nothing symbolic. I'm cutting drug prices. I'm going with favored nations, which no president has the courage to do because you're going against Big Pharma. Drug prices will be coming down 80 or 90%. You could have done it during your 47-year period in government, but you didn't do it.
Look, how can you argue that? This guy has been in government for 47 years. The only reason he got out of government for the last 3 years is because he got voted out of office. And what does he do? He can't even come up with the guy can't even enjoy life. He has to get back into the power to where he can threaten people and get money for his kids who is a drug addict. And it's just freaking ridiculous what this guy has not done and what he has done. And now he's coming back trying to claim all his time was great. And if he was in charge, everything would be perfect. He would have stopped coronavirus. He would be held. I mean, nothing came out of this guy's mouth that made any damn sense and wasn't a complete lie in my book. So anyway, I thought the debate was okay. They both talked over each other. They both, I think Wallace didn't control it as much as he maybe should have, but I was okay with letting him call it out. But I guarantee you, CBS will be out here and they'll be coming up with names, because that's how the left is, and they'll start calling Trump racist, homophobe, bully. He doesn't like women. He's trying to force the Supreme Court. They're going to come up with all these freaking names to label Trump, and nobody will come to Trump's defense and say, you know what? He fought for what he believed in, and if Biden's too damn weak and too wimpy to do it, then maybe he shouldn't be up there. But anyway, I thought the debate was okay. I'll end that there. I just want to make that one point about Biden's crooked ass. All right, we'll end that there.